How you feeling?
I'm good, dude.
Good to be
I'm
back.
glad you're over here.
Cheers.
Yeah. Salute, dude.
This is a much more manlier cup
Yeah. So this was
than the last one you gave me.
this was this was before I did my clinical trials.
Before clinical?
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
That was, remember that Pfizer, or I'm sorry, the Johnson & Johnson trial that I went through when I tried their medication. This was, they gave me this mug before I did the clinical trials.
I don't believe you at all. I don't even know. But what does that mean? What does that mean? Am I
no, it's my wife's aunt is she's a nurse. So I think clinical like exams or something like that.
Oh.
It's like for a teacher, like a exam thing, I guess.
Oh. Okay. Whatever.
Hey, whatever. Nice house. Thanks for letting us stay here.
I got butterflies. I like butterflies. They signify change, right?
The fuck? Why is that other song?
What's going on over here, man?
Yeah, I just had some shit. Some shit was just playing.
So professional. But I'm glad to be back, man. It's good to be doing another episode. I don't know who's with us right now, but whoever is, I'm glad you're here. What was I gonna say, man? I'm glad you're here. It's nice to have you here on this snowy. What's today? Friday.
Today is Friday.
This snowy Friday.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to have y'all here, and maybe get a nice little cup of something warm like we did, and cozy up. Hang out and have some conversation with us, man. It's awesome.
As a kid, were you a fan of snow days?
I didn't get them.
What do you mean? You guys didn't get them in New York?
Man,
what do you mean? Yeah, bro. You guys got snow days.
I didn't go to public school. I went to private school. My school, I probably had maybe a handful of snow days. That's 8 years of school. It didn't close. We used to sit there, man.
Total 8 years you went to school.
No, 8 years of that school.
Oh.
Before I went to high school.
Which was another 6.
Which was another 4. But I did 4, but I didn't graduate from high school. I would have had to have done summer school and probably a little bit of another year. I wasn't. For what?
So what? You guys just didn't get snow days though?
They just wouldn't give them. We used to watch that TV, man, because you know how the news would come on and you'd see the names, and we would watch it, and they'd be like, and that's all. And be like, fuck.
Why wouldn't they shut your schools down? Because I mean, wouldn't kids take city buses to get there?
Not really, man. You're talking 1976.
Yeah, dude. I mean, my dad, we
were built different. We all walked to school. I'm pretty sure there were some school buses. I'm pretty sure there were.
Dude,
but you know what it was though? Back then, the snow didn't stop us. Like right now, schools were closed. I'm like, schools are closed. The roads are completely clear.
Yeah. Well, people are soft.
3 inches shuts down places. 3 inches. Are you fucking kidding me? And while we're on the topic, everybody out there who goes out driving in this kind of weather, and you leave the snow on the top of your fucking hoods, go fuck yourself. Exactly, man. Where do you think that shit is gonna go when it gets loose? Where do you think it's gonna go? Do you think it's gonna melt away as you're driving? Do you think it's just gonna go away and trickle down like water? No. It's gonna get loose, and then it's gonna fly. In case you don't know, maybe you don't know, maybe you're just a fucking idiot. But it's gonna fly off your car into whoever the fuck is behind you.
Yeah.
You fucking dummy. I hate those people, yo. Hate them. I saw some dude. I was behind him. He had just his section of the back window cleaned.
Yeah.
Snow all over his car, and his section of the front window clean. What are you, a fucking moron?
And dude, the highway is the worst. Dude, when we were coming back from the city the other day on the parkway, there were people had this shit flying off. It's like dude, you're doing 70 and you got a sheet of snow just flying at you.
Fly from the fucking idiot in front of you because he's too lazy to fucking wipe off the top of his car.
As if driving isn't dangerous enough already.
I hate those people, dude. Yeah. Those are the things that make me dislike people. And I don't want to dislike people. I really don't. But shit like that drives me insane.
Serenity now!
I actually screamed that in the car the other day.
I want to start doing that. The other thing I wanted to say is Rady G and Gary in particular is a big fan of tipping your gas driver or your gas station attendant.
Yeah,
I've started to do that.
yeah. I tip 'em.
Everyone give them $1.
What's $1?
Mhm.
You know,
I think
and and I'm very picky on my tips.
I know.
I don't
I've
tip.
been out to the diner with you.
I don't tip. No, my diners that they treat me right, I tip very well. But like, I'm not tipping you at a counter
Mhm.
for giving me for doing your fucking job. 7-Eleven got tips. Dunkin' Donuts tips. What did you do for me?
Duncan?
Yeah.
Duncan?
I'm not giving you a fucking tip.
No. So where
I'll give you a tip if you give me like 3 cents back. I'll chuck that in your bar in your bucket because I don't want to carry it in my pocket.
If I'm a regular at a place like that, like say a pizza shop, if I go in, I know the guys behind the counter who make the slices, and they're the ones that put them in the oven. Every once in a while, I'll throw a buck in, whatever, hook the cook up. No, I don't have to, but I will to a place I'm a regular, not some place I never go to, some pizza shop I never go to, but like a regular joint, a place where when you go there at the end of the night, they're just going to give you whatever slices are left on, they got out. Am I wrong?
I don't have no place like that I go to at the end of the night. First of all, I don't even know. Well, last time I had a slice was with you, which was a good slice in New York. We
Very
went to
good slice.
Joe's over there in
shout out Joe's,
Lower West Side.
Yeah, best pizza I've ever had, made by Mexicans. It's so true though, dog, and that's the thing. They make the best pizza.
But
do they not? Do they not?
But
come on, G.
The recipe's Italian.
Yeah, but they call it salsa, not sauce.
The recipe's Italian.
There's the big debate: is it sauce or gravy? No, it's salsa. It's all salsa, son.
Sauce and gravy are two different things. I don't even want to have that debate.
It's stupid. Yeah, I'm with you. Gravy's brown.
Gravy's brown, yep. Or dark of some sort. Otherwise, it's sauce.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also a texture to it too. Well, whatever, man. It's neither here nor there. Gravy's brown.
Mm-hmm.
What does gravy come from?
Gravy comes from the grava bean. It's ground up, liquefied, and purified. And I believe garlic is probably an ingredient, maybe a little heavy cream.
Dude, is that a weird question? I just want to know. I bet you nobody really asked it ever before. What is gravy from? What is it? Is it like from? Is like where do you get gravy from?
From the juice.
Is it just? You take the juice. Just like water and you add seasonings and shit.
I mean, do you want to keep saying stuff, or do you want me to tell you what it is?
I want you to tell me.
All right, well then stop talking so I can tell you. What is gravy, Brian? What is gravy? It could be this. It could be that. You want to talk about estrogen? But I'll do that in a second.
Yo, but all right. So you were saying, what is it?
You take the juice after you make the turkey or the beef or whatever you roast in the oven. You put that juice in another pot. Then you add some butter, garlic, onion, whatever, and then like cornstarch or flour. I think depending on the gravy.
Oh, okay. That's all right. That's what it is. All right. Well, see, I learned something today. That's cool. Well, I mean, I guess I never really cared till this very moment. You know what I'm saying? Like I never really even thought about it till just now. I was like, what is gravy? What is that? I thought it was something of like the juice left over or some shit like that.
No, it's not just the juice. Juice and cornstarch or flour or whatever.
All right. Are you back with us now? You fidgety fuck?
Yeah, dude. Let me produce because I'm gonna try to get
anyone so fucking fidgety like this man. If he was driving in the car, like I was telling him, you ever saw that movie, Get Rich or Die Trying, when they're in the car and he's like, yo, what are you doing back there? That was this dude. He's in my car. He's moving every 5 seconds. The light keeps going, bing, 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 bing. I'm like, fucking one or the other. Leave the belt on or leave it fucking off. You're a fidgety fuck. You never sit still.
Dog, imagine what my mind is like. It's crazy up here, man. It's nuts.
I feel like you're always thinking.
I'm thinking right now.
I am right now.
It's so hard being. It's so
to sit still. It's hard to sit still.
It's impossible. It just moves, dude. The electrons and the neurons are just, firing. You know what I think happened?
You didn't get smacked enough. That's what happened.
No,
You did not
what
get
happened
smacked.
was,
Sit the fuck down.
listen,
Sit the fuck down. You didn't get that enough. You needed a couple of backhands to the side of your fucking dome, and then maybe you'd sit still for 5 fucking seconds.
there was a winter storm just like this. It was the February 1995. My mother wanted to take me and my brother out sledding.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you bury yourself in the snow. Go ahead.
We live in New Jersey, so there aren't very many hills, at least down where we're at. So she decided to take us out to the driveway, which is a slight 20-degree slope. My brother is racing my mother.
Where are they racing?
Down the driveway in front of my house, right? And I'm on one of those old school wood sleds with the metal
razor fronts.
And I'm on the front. So my mom pulls me down. I go off the side of the curb and go face first out into the street, and then crack my head on the asphalt. And I got a stitch actually right here. I got several stitches in my head. I lost a lot of blood, and I haven't stopped moving since.
Big up to my boy in my building who just fell down the steps and had to get taken to the hospital, man. I hope he doesn't come out a fidgety fuck like this guy over here, but I hope you're all right, man. It was not a fun scene to walk out the elevator to on my way here. Plus, I had to freaking wait for them to get, you know what I'm saying? It was like it slowed me up for another 10 minutes. But big up to you, man. I hope everything's good, man. Listen, drinking and steps don't go good together.
No, not in the wintertime either.
No, it gets very snow, slippery. It's fucked up. He was going out to play in the snow.
We got a comment from Stormy. She says, answering your own question is just critical thinking, right? LOL.
Yes, it is. It is. It's work. I call it working things out. You know what I'm saying? I'm asking the question, but not necessarily to him. I'm putting the question in the atmosphere.
The ether.
That's what I was doing. Yes, I agree with that, man. Stormy, what's up, Stormy?
Yeah, good to hear from you, Stormy.
Always good to hear from
you. How are you?
I hope you're enjoying, I don't know if it's snowing where you are, but I hope if it is, you're enjoying this snowy day someplace warm. A lot of people had to go to work today.
Not us.
I did. I'm here at work. I had to get up. I had to leave. I had to come here.
That's true.
Man, you don't really appreciate what I do. All the hard work that I put in to wake up and driving my car over here. Like, you don't even think of that. It's not work to you. That's work to me. This is work for me. When I'm done, you'll be able to kick off your shoes and go sit in the back. But I got to get back in my car and get home from work.
Does anybody have any questions that we'd like to ask about his work day?
No, I mean, my job's a lot easier than everybody else's, and it doesn't pay me a salary. But it's a job nonetheless. I remember trying to explain that to my mother. So what do you and Brian do? And I said, we have a podcast together, and he produces a lot of my stuff. He produced my special and shit. And she goes, do you guys make money from that? And I'm like, not at the moment, but it's not about the money, Mom. It's not. And for all those people like, oh, that's what we need. Another podcast. Well, if you don't need another podcast, feel free not to watch my fucking podcast. I'm not doing it for you. Doing it for me. I'm a very selfish person. You know what I'm saying? Everybody who comes along for the ride, I appreciate, but I'm just a very selfish person. I just like to talk and put my shit out there like as if what I say is interesting.
Yeah, for the record, for all of our listeners, I've tried to quit the podcast like 5 or 10 times, and Gary just kept showing up in my place, so we just kept recording.
Yeah, man. But I'm just saying, it's like, Stormy says, snowing here, just relaxing today with the kids. I love snow days. Yeah, nowadays, man, they give snow days out like it ain't shit. Like it ain't shit. I used to never get snow days, dude. Snow days didn't even exist. Do you remember?
Blizzard or 96?
I don't know. Was it 96?
That was a big one, but I mean, you probably would have been out of school, right? By then?
No, I was out of school, but it was around the time where sanitation was renegotiating their contracts. So when it snowed, they didn't put no trucks out there at all. You don't remember that? I forgot what year it was.
I mean, I didn't live in New York.
Oh, in New York,
at that time.
it was during a time with they were working out there.
Maybe
could have been 94. It could have been 94, 95. And I had just gotten the house. I was living like mad far from New York. I was out there in Glendale. And
what would have been after that then, right? Because didn't you get that in like what, 08, 09? The house in Glendale?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it was during the mortgage thing, right? It was in like 07 or 08.
It was in the 2000s probably for sure. Yeah. It was definitely after 2000. But they didn't send no trucks out or nothing. So everything was buried. I'm talking up to your waist, dude. I was on that dead. You see where the house is? It's on that dead end street. Buried. Everything was buried.
Did they push all the way down? Like the plow would have pushed?
There were no plows. They didn't put nothing out because they wanted to show the city how important they fucking are.
Oh, I'm thinking sanitation trash. I'm not thinking public works like plows.
They're the ones who do the plows.
I know. I wasn't making that connection. You said we said sanitation.
None of that. They let it all just pile up, and then went out and started to remove it. People were shut down for days. Days. My block, man. I shoveled my block out. Me and one of my neighbors, like they were not coming. But when I left my house that morning, I stepped into the snow, and on my first step, when I stepped into the snow, it was up to my knee. And I still kept going to go to work, dog. I was like, I'm going to be late.
Why did you go to work?
Because no one told me that it was shut down. But then when
I would have called. I would have called. You didn't call?
I walked to the corner.
With buses running?
I walked to the corner and I noticed that the streets everywhere were completely covered because I didn't know. I thought it was just my block.
Right.
Because I'm on that dead end. It wasn't until I got to the main road where I saw even the main road had like it had like a couple of feet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it was at least a foot in the streets. So then I said, "Oh shit, let me call," because I know they never closed for snow. You know, they'll let you not come in. You don't come in, but they opened.
Right.
I called up and they were like, "Gabby, what are you, stupid? The whole city snowed in. Nobody's going to work." I said, "Oh, okay." Trains weren't running. Nothing was running, dude. It was crazy. But that's what I'm saying. I'm not snow days.
There was a really bad one in 2010 too. It could have been in 2010. I remember there being a really bad.
I don't remember what year it was, but I remember that it was fucking crazy. That was the craziest one I've ever seen.
Was it cold too? Like super cold?
It's never really that cold when it snows. Like right now it's cold, but it's not freezing cold. You know, it's usually pretty mellow with the, like a nice cold when it snows usually.
Yeah, I feel like we don't get the like usually when we get snow, it's not very windy, like it kind of gets quieter.
You know what? While I'm out here telling those people with snow on their hood to go fuck themselves, that also extends to the motherfuckers who don't fucking shovel your own driveways. You don't shovel your driveway. You fucking just shovel that little line for you to get out your step, and then you leave where you would park your car and that whole sidewalk that you supposed to take care of to get ice and shit. Go fuck yourself, man. Just fucking clear off the driveway. You want to own a fucking house? This comes with it. Fucking ungrateful fucks. Don't care about nobody else. That's the problem with the things of society today. Serenity now.
Insanity later.